let's start with the early game, 1 o'clock Eastern. Colts taking on the Vikings. T-shirt and hat time for the Vikings, which may be all they win this year. They win the division if they win the game. Colts are 4-point underdogs at US Bank Stadium, and over-under of 48.5. Colts coming off of a bye week. Colts have played well under Jeff Saturday. Vikings at home. Big day. Big opportunity. Short week. Can they do it? Can they beat the Colts? Can they cover the spread, Chris?
I mean, I'm going to take the Vikings to win. I do think this is scary. I don't think they're going to cover. I'm going to say that. I think the Colts will hang around. I think the Colts defense is made to stop the Vikings pass offense. I think that the Vikings will have a hard time consistently moving the ball in this team. We've seen not a lot of teams run the ball with great success against the Colts, and they're really well coached from that standpoint as far as the defense. They don't put themselves in a lot of man-to-man situations where they're going to have to be trying to chase Justin Jefferson all over the field. They're with the architect of the Seattle cover 3 zone defense there, and they know how to pass people off and do that. And, something you talked about and we talked about on PFT a little earlier today, the Vikings defense, I mean, come on. This is a game where, it's not a great offense they're playing, but so what? The Vikings defense is not good to where I could see Matt Ryan having, the short, intermediate passing attack having success and then being able to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going to take the Vikings here, but this is one of those games where, we have those 3-4 unforeseen upsets every weekend. This would be one of those I'd probably put in that category to go, but the upset could happen in this one. But I'm going to go with the Vikings and their late game magic and what we've seen, and I'm going to go 21-20 Vikings.
This one's pasta and meatballs for me. This feels like a game where the Vikings check the box, win the division. Whatever happens the following week, Christmas Eve against the Giants, that's just gravy. That's positioning for maybe the 2 seed. Then they've got the 2 road games against the Packers and the Bears. Really won't matter. I think the Vikings are going to end up the 3 seed. I think they're going to have a hard time holding off the 49ers for the 2 seed. But still, this to me feels like old school rollicking day at US Bank Stadium. The Colts aren't good enough to hang with the Vikings long term. And I think the Vikings finally get a win by more than 1 score for the first time since week 1 against the Green Bay Packers.
All right.
And here's the fact of the week. I'd had kind of a nagging feeling that it's been a while since the Vikings have beaten the Colts. The last time the Vikings beat the Colts, Chris, was 1997.
Whoa.
Before Peyton Manning was on the Colts, before Randy Moss was on the Vikings. Do you know who the quarterback of the Colts was when the Vikings last beat the Colts? December 21, 1997, almost 25 years to the day, 39-28, Vikings won at the Metrodome. Who was the quarterback of the Colts that day?
Man, 97. I want to say Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
Okay.
Your friend and mine.
Right.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yep, tell your dad.
Say hello to your dad. All right. So I think the Vikings win 30-17. And I also think they're going to lose in the divisional round. You don't know, he's being a homer. They're going to get their asses kicked in the divisional round against whoever they play, wherever they play that game. But they win the game. They get their T-shirt and hat. Yippee. You better frame it because that's all you're getting this year, Minnesota Vikings.
Thanks for watching, homies. Hit subscribe to see all my unbuttoned videos. You get to see me, Ahmed Fareed, all the big player breakdowns, game breakdowns, player interviews, and my film analysis. So please subscribe. Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out.